Okay, myth number three. I can't get started with licensing because I don't have a final protocol yet. Okay, for me, this is one of the most important myths because any delays can dramatically affect your study start. Do not wait for final protocol. If you're going to manage in-house, start while your protocol is in draft stage or synopsis. And Jonathan is going to kind of talk through many benefits that you'll see by engaging early on with copyrighted holders and how that can benefit you in terms of managing your timelines, your costs, and these types of things. If you're going to outsource this to a third party, engage early. I'm gonna share some timelines with you, and it's probably gonna freak you out just a little bit. I hope not too much. But if we're thinking about impact to eCOA, you would want to send your RFP 14 to 16 weeks ahead of your eCOA kickoff date for licensing because you need to ensure that there's at least 12 weeks for licensing work. So that's pretty significant. And if we do that math, we're talking 26 to 28 weeks ahead of FPI, and that's the part that might freak people out. But this is in order to give your vendor ample time to research all the requirements that are necessary, and then again, provide that guidance back to you. So Jonathan, I know you have some pearls of wisdom on this one.
No, I definitely agree with you. This one's a really important one, but also it's one of my favorite myths because it's actually really easy to bust. Because if we stick with the example of leasing a car that I talked about earlier, you don't wait to talk to a dealership until you've planned all of the journeys you might ever make with that car, do you? You decide the car you might want and then have conversations about what options are available, how long the lead time is to get the car, and you see how that information impacts your plans to lease the vehicle or even how you will use it. The same approach should be taken to licensing questionnaires. And in fact, this information that you can get from these early conversations is really helpful information to shape your trial. So for example, knowing how much it's going to cost to license will help to determine any budgetary constraints you might have. Also, knowing which languages the questionnaire is already available in can help determine which countries to target first for recruitment. So waiting to have these conversations and finding out that things are not as you expected is simply an added stress that study teams don't need. So talking to your people earlier and having that conversation as early as possible is going to help again set you up for success.